So let's hope this works. Looks like it is. It's the correct patch, which is a plus. We're on the right path here. Go up to 25 there. Hey, how's it going, brother? Mommy Spilo, that's a first. We're doing the emote thing again because that's clever. Okay, this is a pretty interesting tracer map. There's lots of like there's consistently valuable flanks. There's not a lot of variety that you could do here with tracer. Like it's either far left or far right. That's pretty much it. But that's kind of Koth in a nutshell with tracer. There's not a lot of variety. But obviously the proximity of the enemy team, the fact that you always have a consistent flank, it's a pretty good map for tracer. Now, looking at your composition right here, super weird. You've got like spam, but you don't even have a main tank, and then you're running a tracer with it too. So, like looking at the enemy team's composition, you're not going to get any help on dives. You're not going to get like perma-pocketed most likely. Basically, your job here is to harass Widow as much as you can, which is going to be really difficult because Widow's probably just going to permanently play in high ground. But if she dare drops, you kill her. And then obviously you can pressure soldier, you can do whatever. So like all I want you to do is be on controlling the map, right? Control the map, control the map, control the angle, control a flank. Maki, thanks for the follow. Control an angle, control a flank. You don't always have to be hard backline, but you do not want to be with your core because like you're not gonna do anything against Widow, you're not gonna do anything against soldier, like threaten stuff. Moira, pretty much a wash, ignore Moira, but on a soldier Widow, you can deal with those things. Cache? Cash? Oh, okay. What rank? I don't know. What rank is this, Seth? I don't really like this. I mean, it's just kind of dangerous. You kind of expose yourself. I would have continued this rotation around here, and then you could have sat here, or you could have actually continued a rotation around this way. Maybe worth throwing some pot shots at Widow, but like at least would have gotten you a good angle here. Either way, like this is probably not your best angle, considering that you basically exposed yourself here. So yeah, I don't know what rank this is, but I'm just gonna put exclamation mark VOD commands edit plat placements. Yeah, but where did you place? Plat tracer. Yeah. Using no, come on, commands. I messed up. I'm a wood tier stream. There you go. A little bit of trigger discipline would have gone a long way there. I think you got spooked because of the Widowmaker, which you should. This is obviously pretty spooky for you. This is sketchy. Okay, the Widow's down, so that's good. Movement is a little awkward. You need to go back and set up your angle, or kill the ball. It's totally worth doing. Fine. Kill the soldier. Okay, go back. Please stop wasting my time! They still have the point! What are you doing? This fight is not won, and you're wasting time that should be done cleaning up the point. Why did you recall there? Worthless stick. The point is still not cleared, by the way. The point is still not cleared. So, really not great pathing from you. Trigger discipline was kind of mediocre. And by trigger discipline, I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this, but I will anyway because half of you guys have the attention span of, you know, a goldfish. I'm pretty sure actually goldfish have better attention spans than we thought anyway, so maybe that's not even fair to goldfish. Trigger discipline is basically just like, don't just mash your clip button down. You might do like those mid-set pauses to realign your crosshair. Target priority was kind of okay-ish, but you know, wasting pulse, screwing around, and then never clearing point. Like right now, this is where pulse would actually be useful. Marking ball is fine. It's not like your priority, but like it's so easy to, like, he can never kill you, so. Don't even bother going for ball, or for Moira. That was good, yeah. Win this 1v1. Don't know why you recalled there. Completely unnecessary. No. Stop. That's a Moira. You have an Ana right in front of you. Why are you turning around and shooting the Moira? This is really confusing. So your 1v1 with a Widow movement was a little clunky. Now, right now, guys, I'm kind of like pardon the expression, but kind of like just vomiting out little things at a time. Like little, okay, this. I'm trying to find a pattern, right? We're trying to find a pattern. We're trying to find a consistent, this needs work, this needs work, this needs work. What are you doing here?
Hi.
I thought you were supposed to be working till later.
Yeah, I'm on break.
Oh, nice. Awesome. I cleaned everything up, by the way.
Cleaned everything up.
It's a long story. You have to check your Discord. Anyway, basically, the point is that you continue. You're like, I'm just spitting out every little error or big error that I see, so that in a couple of minutes we'll have a very clear idea of what error consistently pops up for you. So I know right now this seems a little bit like I'm being harsh, but you know, I want to make sure that I'm like kind of creating a timeline of, okay, this was a problem, then this was a problem, then this was a problem, this was a problem, and then I can actually see what was the real trouble. Worthless. It's worthless. Like, you're sticking in Orisa that you don't even know if she has Fortify or not. And the thing is even if she does not have Fortify, you're very unlikely to kill her unless you're in a position to clip her, right? Why? What's wrong with sticking people right here, guys, that aren't squishies? Obviously, I don't have to tell you why sticking in Orisa and Moira is, like, that's suboptimal to begin with. But, like, sticking in Orisa is fine, is at least okay-ish in the middle of your team, right? But why is it a problem here? There's no follow-up. There's no follow-up. If you land this sticky on Orisa, even if she doesn't have Fortify, you're going to have to clip her, which is going to be very hard to do with a Pocket Moira right there, and you have no follow-up. If you stick at Orisa and you don't kill her, but you do it in the middle of a fight, the enemy team's going to have to hard pocket the Orisa, and the Orisa's going to literally have to AFK just to survive. So the sticky is still worth it. Even if you don't get a kill, it still provokes an enormous amount of peeling, okay? Sticky is a pretty good ultimate, and it can be very consistent if you use it properly. This is a terrible stick. I don't care if you land it or not. It's a sucky stick. Sweet, Josh. Good luck. So this is poor. You're consistently applying pressure back here, which is like, avoid doing this anyway. This is by the way, remember we coached Ash yesterday, guys. You guys remember that? Oh shoot, I need to actually send him the VOD. I forgot to actually send the VOD. I'm getting old in my old age, so I forget things. I just said I'm getting old in my old age. Case in point. We're okay. Ash VOD. I need paper, please. Something. Okay. Ash VOD, because I have to actually send him the timestamp. Okay. You guys remember in the Ash VOD when we talked about in Volskaya second defense, where the Ash was playing so far forward? Remember the 1v6 as a sniper, where he wasn't actually, he was like, oh, I'm a sniper, I could pop off for free, but like there's an Orisa shooting him, the enemy Ash was shooting him, the Ash had a mercy pocket, the Zarya, like you remember that? Like where I was telling the Widow to like take fights and take silence where her team could actually do something, right? Avoid getting really, really greedy, especially if the enemy team is hurt. You guys remember that, okay? This is the same concept. The question is not can you, but should you? Because yes, a sniper theoretically can get some early spam if she's supported, but if she goes and aggressively takes a sideline way outside of her team's LOS, it's not, again, a question of can you, it's a question of should you. So in this particular instance here, Seth is going for a hard engage here, right? Ignore pulse bomb here. Committing hard engage here. Now, thankfully, ball is on point. But this is something that you have to be concerned about or be careful about, because you're not going, no matter how much attention that you pull here, this attention isn't going to be punished. Now, this McCree might die, so maybe this particular instance isn't bad, but this has been happening a lot so far, where Seth is going in very deep, he's not getting support, the attention he's baiting isn't getting value. So, low value stick and just a questionable engage period. You do get the ball because you distract attention, so that's plus. Just something I want to keep an eye on. Are you consistently engaging where your team can actually get value of what you're doing? That McCree has flash again. Okay, this is fine. You don't need to go backline here, because going backline would take you too long. You can just hold the single here. Now what you could do is you could step here, you could jump on this pot, you could climb up here, and you could get this position. This would be optimal, right? Without having the pad very long. Shoot Ana, shoot Ana, shoot Ana. Nice. Very poor trigger discipline. I'm going to watch this in 25% speed. This has nothing to do with mechanics. I mean, it does have something to do with mechanics, but very little to do with mechanics, and more to do with, like, what he's doing with his clip. Okay, now watch this clip right here. fine-ish, but this is where the problems occur. You see that? This is trigger discipline, or lack of it. Watch again. You see that? What's the problem here, chat? It's not just a mechanical failure. You guys see that? He dumped his entire clip in the air. Right? This is where you need to have practice built in to where you fire, you make the recognition that, geez, my tracking isn't that good right now, so I'm going to stop shooting. Stop shooting right now. Stop. And now start shooting. Right? You're too close, yes, but you're also just mashing down primary fire. Do I have... Okay, where are we at? 309. Okay, I have awful mechanics, at least with Tracer. Okay, I don't play Tracer. So when I do play Tracer, because I know my tracking, my mechanics are awful, I'm going to compensate by having good trigger discipline. Now I have like Joe next, and so this is going to be fun. Okay, so like let's do this. Now this is easy, so it's kind of like it's honestly hard to demonstrate this, but like okay, so I'm gonna track, stop. Notice the pauses, right? Short pause, relay my crosshair. Right there, do you see those slight pauses? That right there is probably the best one in terms of demonstrating. I don't do this. You guys see that? Don't do that. Don't do that. Do this. And then as you get better, you can actually like those pauses can be less frequent. Do you see how like I'm consistent? I need to get a better demonstration of this. Let me just set up one custom game. Hang on. Just do King Zero. Whoops. No, I messed up. This will be hard. Because look, whether you're close or far, your crosshair is going to drift, right? Oh shoot, hang on. Because no matter how good your mechanics are, your crosshair is going to drift. So if you only have the mash mouse 1 until stuff happens, you're going to have a bad time, okay? You're going to have a real bad time. You need to be able to give those short pauses where you can realign your crosshair and keep going again. That's how you're going to improve your mechanics as well, because you're actively like giving yourself feedback as you're playing, right? My crosshair's too far left, my crosshair's too far right. I'm going to continue to go. So like right now. Okay. Okay, there's my target 1. Whoa, I'm off. Oh, there it is. Okay, taking those pauses is necessary. Let's get one up here. He's actually waiting in spawn. Better than Platts. Right there. Do you see that? I messed up my crosshair placement. So I'm not going to continue to hold mouse 1. Again, there. Instead, if I did this... I'm trying to... Here we go. You see how inefficient that was? And I end up being slower to kill them anyway. It's not faster to hold mouse 1, unless you are literally a machine. I mean, even GMs don't do this. You see this? You see how inefficient this is? Look how efficient this is. Even if my tracking is perfect. Because I end up missing half my clip, and then I have to end up reloading half the time instead of... Okay, so one more demonstration of what you should be doing. Much more efficient, despite the bad tracking, than doing this. And dragging, holding mouse 1 and dragging your crosshair to where you want it to go. Instead, take a second. Oh, that was bad. Okay, I'm not going to demonstrate anymore because I'm giving myself, I'm burning my eyes at my mechanical capability in the hero. But you get the idea. Take the second, realign your crosshair, and go again.
Now traveling to Busan, ready for battle.
Shooting without aiming. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a lot like doing little bursts of soldier. Exactly. The only difference is with soldier, like with Tracer, your pauses can be a lot shorter. You could have like literally micro pauses and then keep going. So yeah, could have gone high ground there. Could have had a better thing here. This right here is problematic with your trigger discipline. Oh, she's an Ash. You can go chase that ball. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. There's an Ash behind you, man. Super weird. Grab the health pack, please. There you go. Never mind. Again, this is what I expected to happen. What's the problem? What is Seth doing right now? It's not even 1v4ing. Yeah, he's like, yeah, 1v4ing, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, this is the feed. Again, is this Tracer going to die here? Is he going to die here, chat? What are the odds of him dying here, Seth? No. Low. Very low. Probably very unlikely that he dies here. So why don't you do this? Yeah, exactly. You're going to waste recall. You're going to waste your blinks. You're going to be at a higher risk of dying. And your chances of actually getting a kill is extremely low. Because the enemy team is not shooting anything else. Like, you can one-clip Ana because she's healing her tank. Because she's healing her tank because your tanks are shooting their tanks, right? But this team has nothing to think about right now. There's nothing to shoot. Nothing to distract them from fully focusing you down. So not only is your chance of death higher, albeit still low, you are guaranteed to blow cooldowns. So let's just watch how much is wasted here. You're coming up in recall. In fact, you don't even have recall. Okay, so you're down your blink. You risk getting your recall forced. You are sub full HP, and you're in a suboptimal position. You would have liked to have tailed them behind this way and engaged like this. Instead, you're forced to engage from here at less than full HP with potentially missing cooldowns. The fight hasn't even started yet, and you're already losing. Thank you.
Did you eat lunch?
Hang on. All right, sorry. Basically, like this is suboptimal. The fight hasn't even started yet, and you're giving them the advantage. Whereas, what did you actually force from the enemy team? Like, what did you actually force? Let's watch. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No cooldowns. No nothing. 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 Worthless. And right there, this is why you don't want to be in this position. Trigger discipline is really bad. positioning or timing of your engagements is also really bad. Was the Moira healing the ground? I don't know. You got some against Mother Earth, huh? Huh? Yikes, dude. Super yikes. That's honestly kind of cringe. Why are you positioning yourself here? Now you figure out what you want to do. But you're only like 5 seconds late. Awesome. Good bait on the bash. No. You don't want to run away this way. You can run away to areas where you don't want to run away where you're back in front line. Not only is this like, do you think this is a safe sight line for you? You should have run either way this way, or you should have gone across this way. At least this way you could have gotten away and still been in a good position. Instead, you run away way back to your team, but you're not going back to your team, and you can still get shot here. This is a terrible escape path. And a lot of this is because you got in your position way too late. So what you wanted to do is when you're going to run away either back this way, where you can still be on their backline, back this way, where you have cover and still be in the backline plus a health back, or back this way, where like, yeah, it's not great, but you still have something of an angle and you can also get a health back. Instead, you run where you have no health back and in a straight line, and now you're basically playing front line. Do you see how bad this is? Do you see how bad this is? Look at this. Look at this. You see this, chat? Problematic. You've done literally nothing this entire game. You were late to the party. Your positioning was bad. Your disengaged was also bad. You need to go after that Ashe. She's gonna blow your head off if you don't. Okay, that's helpful. It's good. You'd have so much easier, like look how many clips it took you to kill that Ana. You'd have such an easier time if you actually did those mid-set clip pauses. I'm gonna send you a video done by Coach Sexy on that. What? I swear, every now and then you just do something that leaves me absolutely baffled. Don't bother with ball, don't bother with ball, don't bother with ball. You're chasing, you're using all your cooldowns to chase down the ball. Like if the ball is low or nearby, fine. But you're wasting so much time in this ball when there's literally, you rolled out in high ground where their backline was already set up and you're like, I'm gonna go kill the ball instead, who's halfway across the map. Kind of unnecessary, but whatever. At least you pulse spawn in the middle of the fight instead of in their spawn. That, again, this is really amusing. This is really amusing. I just want us to enjoy this right here. You blinked off the map and then had to use recall because you blink. And the best part is you actually blinked off the map after you'd already sustained the kill. That's excellent. And then you just sit there and you're like, no, the fight's still going. What are you doing, Seth? There's somebody still fighting. Question. If you were playing soccer or basketball or American football or something like that in your backyard with a couple of friends, and you stopped in the middle of a play to do jumping jacks, would you be allowed to play with your friends anymore? Or would they kick you off the field and probably throw rotten fruit at you? This is the same thing. Yes, it's a game, but, you know, people are trying to win, right? This is being a bad teammate. Oh, why did I get a face full of tracer butt? No, thank you. Like this Ana, if this Ana survives, if you had been there half a second earlier, that Ana dies. Good little angle here. Nice dodge of the flash. Grab the health back here. This is a good position. You're doing good work here. I don't know why you recalled there. You didn't gain anything out of it. You were 90 HP and then you're 90 HP post recall as well. Any time they use a rally and they lose the fight, that's an excellent fight for you. Now I can send it to you. Just remind me after this VOD. careful! He's coming from spawn, genius. What do you think he still has? He's trying to pulse boink. Don't even know what that is. Get him. Just not care that he had... You just are not respecting this McCree at all. It's actually unreal. He is pulse or flash. I don't really care. I'm just gonna run right at him anyway. You're an idiot. Your positioning here is just absolutely atrocious. Like, again, why are you rolling out high ground here, where everybody and their mother can see you, when you have another more safe, better flank with more consistent health pack opportunities up here? Why? Isn't forcing lamp a good thing? You don't need pulse bomb to force lamp if the Batiste is by himself. If you're in the middle of a fight, then yes, pulsing the force lamp is good, because you can't just walk up to the Batiste and force lamp by yourself because he's surrounded by teammates. But if the Batiste is by himself, you shouldn't need pulse to force lamp. Trying to get control? What do you mean control? What are you a roadhog or something that could just control high ground by yourself? You're a tracer. Their entire enemy team can see you there. This McCree is abusing you. You're getting absolutely abused by this McCree. Okay, alright, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop. Seth, why do you think rolling out in this high ground is a good idea? I want to understand why so we can fix this problem. I don't want to say don't roll out high ground here. I want to understand why you think this is rolling out high ground here is good. So we can fix the problem, because this is awful. Okay, an off angle. You want to set up an off angle, okay? Is this a good off angle against a team that has snipers to shoot you?
I'm sitting here thinking about a smart comment, but I guess I'm just looking forward to you blowing up Styloso in Hammer Time.
Thank you, Dolas. Yeah, we'll get there soon. Map control as a DPS is a thing. Okay, you want an off angle, okay? So, think of it this way. What do you want from an off angle as Tracer, okay? So I appreciate you looking for off angles, but not any off angle will do as Tracer. Just like any off angle as Sigma won't do, or any off angle as Ashe, or any off angle as Widow won't do. What are you looking for in an off angle as Tracer? What does Tracer want from an off angle, okay? So, you here rolling out high ground is better than you rolling out straight here to point in most circumstances. So I appreciate that you're looking for off angles. You've got the right idea, but we need to take it a step further. A way to attack the backline easier? Yeah. An off angle that works for your effective range? Yeah. Provides access to valuable targets? Yeah. Cover, health packs? Yeah. Okay. This has no cover. This does not have very easy access to backline. And there's no way for you to actually get to the backline safely without getting shot. Right? That's the whole point of you getting on an off angle, is to get there without being shot. You remember back, okay, 848. The very first thing that you did here. Why are you rolling out? Why is this a good off angle for Tracer? Why is this, or even rolling on all the way to here, a good off angle for Tracer? Why is this good? Chat, you tell me. You're the enemy team here. Why is this good? Why is this tough? Why is this good? Mega, the cover, you can scout the enemy team, access the backlines, the rotate point. Yeah, so the big thing is like the cover. It's very hard for them to see you, very hard for them to push you. You can sneak up on them, okay? This, however, is neither sneaky nor effective. Right? It's neither sneaky nor effective. Now, if you want to fight here, maybe this is sneaky, but as soon as you start to cross bridge, because look at this, you're running directly at the Batiste. Do you see this? This is not the off angle that you want. What about this? Bang! And if the Yana's not here, sneak, 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 bang, right? Or sneak, 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 ooh, bang! This is what you want, right? This is what you want. Not running directly at them. Just because this is a section of the map, if they're all clumped there, that doesn't mean it's an off angle you want to use. He just lamps because, you know, lamp. Is this a good position for Tracer? What do you guys think? Let's keep using, like, applying this criterion here. Is this a good position for Tracer right now? Jamie takes the fall. I like it. You've got cover. You've got a health pack. You've got a nice angle. Like, this is pretty safe. Yeah? And you got an off angle here. Off angle, cover, health pack, all this juicy stuff. Right? This is an off angle. And you need to find a way to be able to get to these without running directly at the enemy team. Look at this. Look how much attention that you're getting right now. The Batiste, the Orisa, they're all shooting at you. And you guys C9. Charlie Niner.
Score 1-1. Ready for battle. 4, 3, 2, 1.
What do you guys think about this off angle here? Let's keep this conversation up. Like, I think we found what we want to talk about here, right? Now we can streamline our focus here. What do you guys think? Hey, David. Long time no see, brother. It's sketchy. It's okay, but it's not great. Number one, I'm scared of getting flanked by this way. Like, I'm scared of them shooting me from here. I can't see everything here. Number two, and this is the real reason why I don't like it, it's only really good if they push on this side here. If they push here, this is fine. But, like, there's nothing stopping them from just kind of moving here or moving here, right? I would much rather prefer you to deepen this off angle and either come all the way from behind here or even play this window here. This way that you have a more direct access to backline, it's harder for them to sneak up on you, and it's way more flexible to where you can go. Because if they're not here and they're here, then you just walk forward. And if they're all the way over here, again, you just walk forward through the window and you could abuse this here. I don't like this off angle. It's not a terrible off angle, but it's very ineffective. And you see like how if for you to push the McCree, you have to walk in front of the enemy team to do that. You always want to be on the outside looking in. And if your outside angle looking in is only looking at tanks and is ignoring backline, generally as Tracer, that's not the best angle that you could get. Like, look at your ult charge right here. You've been doing a lot of quote-unquote clicking, but there's not a lot of damage to show for it. And shooting an Orisa is not the most efficient use of your resources. Like right now, look what just happened. Your monkey's on backline. You could be helping with this if you were in a better position. You do catch the McCree, and you do go in, so that's fine. You need a recall, okay? Might grab the mini if I were you. Your monkey does a really good job. That jump on the Ana was phenomenal. Your monkey got a lot done. Your monkey's carrying this fight. Okay, so you did establish an off angle. It was a suboptimal off angle, but I mean, better than nothing, I guess. Basically, since me stalky chicken continues scrim, yeah. Chad, you ever feel like you've got some disturbing creature in your walls watching you? Yeah. Chat, how much... Oh, we're gonna trance. What is our Zen doing? Now, chat. How much do you guys want to bet that our friend Seth is going to initiate and engage something back here?
Did you know what?
What?
Seth rhymes with death.
Seth does rhyme with death.
Is he playing like that?
Yes, he is. If Seth engages back here, why am I going to be very angry? What's the problem with this engage back here? Do I have a schedule and do you VOD reviews one day? I don't know. It's just however I feel. This week in particular is super sketch because, like, I mean, it's always super sketch, but, like, because I'm a week off of Contenders, or not a full week. I'm back actually today, but, like, getting some time off from Contenders briefly, but... Right, exactly. He's gonna run in here, he's gonna try and look for a play, and he's gonna waste all his cooldowns and maybe waste his ultimate. Wait, what happened to his pulse? Wait, what happened? Did I just like did I bot out? Oh yeah, he just botted the pulse. I mean, that pulse wasn't terrible. Like, he was trying to follow up on some stuff. That's okay. Alright, so let's see. Your Zen 1v6s and is forced to use trance, but like, look at your team. This is... You need to play around that, right? You need to play around this, right? These guys can't help you if you're on the other side of this rock, right? If you want to take an engagement here, totally fine. Because you can see your team will be able to help you. Or at least pressure. So many blinks, man. So many blinks. Like, and you have to understand, too, that every time you blink, you make a noise, too. Stop! Stop! Stop blinking, man! It's okay to be, like, 1 second later if you're, like, less noisy about it and you have your cooldowns. Okay, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think? I want us to look at this from the big picture, look at the reds and the blues, and tell me what you think about this pressure right here. Is this a good engage, bad engage, somewhere in between? What do you guys think? It's not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Now, like, ball is getting pressure right now. The ball is doing something, so like maybe you can take pressure off of your team. Like, they're not gonna get spammed and killed as hard because they can hard peel ball. But I really don't want you to like all in here because really this enemy team isn't really committing here. They're spamming, but their chances of getting kills from here is very low. They have no space at all. Right? There's no point pressure. There's no space. So like they are doing stuff, but it's very, very little. So it's okay if you want to do a little bit here, but you really cannot get your recall force, and you certainly can't die. You can't make this up, man. You cannot make this up. And now, this team is committing. They've got more space. They're committing. Your team is committing. Where are you? Look at this. Ana, that soldier, Bongo, Discord at Orisa. You would have a field day with this. But, you know, you're kind of inconvenienced at the moment because you're dead. Pretty inconvenient, you know, being dead. It kind of gets to be annoying after a while. Okay. I like the patience here, you know, not giving away your position. You're set up to take the off angle once your team gets a little closer. Cheers, David. Now, chat, let's look at the situation again. Is pushing from here better than last time, worse than last time, or equal to last time? Because remember, he took this off angle last time. Remember that? So what do you guys think? Is it better now? Worse? Is it the same? What do you guys think? What do you think of changing to a Team Tracer playstyle when the enemy hard focuses you? I mean, Tracer is a remarkably flexible hero. So if you mean Team Tracer as in like pressuring the enemy team without like hard committing to picks and building pulse bomb, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, pulse on a bongo is totally fine. If you can't break it with one clip or there's CC involved, pulse on a bongo is 100% worth it. Bongo is an extremely deadly ultimate. One of the most underrated ultimates for years. Literally years. The only reason that people underrate it is because they underrated Orisa. Better, good. It's worse because they're further away on the side. True, they are further away. But at least their backline is more accessible, right? So their backline is not up here. They're now closer to this off angle. So yeah, they are farther on the other side. So I would say it's slightly better. It's worse in some ways, but better in others. I think the pros outweigh the cons. I would still prefer you, if you have the time, to rotate this way, because I think this provides more cover for you and is a little bit sneakier. But it depends on how much time you have. I think you have time to set it up right now. Like, you're literally just buying time right now. You could go all the way around here without being stopped, right? So you got to kind of look at the enemy team. Where are they positioned, and where can I take a safe angle? What is the best off angle I can take? So remember the where, when, and what that we did the D.Va? Really for you is where is the enemy? It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing as D.Va. Where is the enemy team position? What is the best off angle that I can take, and when should I go in? It's the same thing. Where is the enemy team? What's the best off angle that I could take? And when do I go in? Now, sometimes there'll be like little anomalies in here. Like, let's say there's a Widowmaker back here by herself. Well, that's where you should go, right? There's your enemy team's positioning here. You don't care about the tanks anymore. You're gonna go kill that Widow. So really, where I guess would be more of where's your target? Is it the Ana Bap Kree backline? What's the best off angle for that target? And then when do you go in? You're welcome, Gabe. Okay, D.Va is a lot like Tracer, exactly. Tracer just lives on the backline a lot. D.Va doesn't generally stay on the off angle. She goes in cycles. Tracer goes in cycles too, but she can live backline much more. Okay, so this off angle isn't great. Like, you know where the enemy team is. The what, in other words, what off angle I should take isn't great. But chat, what do you think about the when? In other words, when Seth actually uses his cooldowns. Okay? He starts to pressure McCree right here. Is this good or bad? Hey, Riley. Yeah, this is good. Like, you know, there's stuff happening, boys. They're taking space. This McCree now. Your team is not pushing in. Look at this. Look at this. This is what you like to see, boys. You see this? Look at this. What does this mean to your team? No damage, no healing, right? No support. This is great. Yeah, this team's going in, and there's 3 people looking at him right now. You just need to play the safe now. So, I'm going to wait for the beeping to stop. Okay. That right there was probably the best engagement, the best series that you've had in terms of decision-making positioning. Nothing, not your mechanics, not necessarily your blink usage, your cooldown usage, or your ult usage, but like that whole series was really good. It was really good. Like, you lost the fight because they had more ults than you guys did. They had mines, they had visor, they had high noon. You guys really only counter visored and you missed your pulse. But like, that was good. Like, do that more. You were in a decent position, you went in at the right time, you drawed a lot of attention, and you stayed alive. That was better. Mechanically, not great, but you know, we've decided that the biggest thing for you is not your mechanics or even your cooldown usage. Oh, he's looking for you now. Careful, careful, Helix. Yeah, you gotta respect Helix. When you don't have recall, you have to respect Helix. I mean, but that's good. Like, if you survived here, this would have been a monumentally impactful play. Because, like, look at this. They have literally no damage at all. Your team can walk up and without getting punished at all. There's not a single DPS here that was shooting your team for about 7 to 8 seconds. Okay, we're going for the same off angle again. Go chase him. He's Discord. He doesn't have healing station. So when you chase somebody, this is always where it gets a little awkward because you chase them and then now you're on the front line again. So you gotta kind of be patient and work your way around. Crispy, man. Crispy. Very nice. Very high impact. Huge. Force lamp. Fight's lost. Game's over. But honestly, dude, the last couple of engagements were much, much better in terms of the strategy, in terms of your positioning and all that stuff. Just do that more consistently, and then obviously your mechanics will improve along the way, and you'll get better. So overstaying, you're welcome a little bit. So again, the where, when, what. Or where, what, when. So where, what, when. Where's the enemy team or your target, backline or whatever. What is the best off angle or a way to approach that? And then when do you go in? Helix is 120, yeah. It's on a much lower cooldown now, too. I don't know if you guys are winning that fight. That mines was monstrous. Okay. Oh, I see my least favorite player of all time in North American Contenders is in chat. Nice.
Me?
Hello, Hydran. No, you're not North American.
I'm not.
No, you're German.
Wow.
Yeah, German.
Hey, to go.
All right, bye. Thank you for lunch.
You're welcome.
Tell the wifey I said hi. Shut up, Hydra. Nobody cares what you think. Wink. No.
Oh, I'm stuck.
Yeah, you are stuck. You just hooked me. There you go.
Love
Okay,
you.
love you too. Be safe, please.
I will.
Okay, we're gonna do grab, and then we're gonna quickly move along to hammer time.
Do you need food?
Yes, I do.
Do you need any more?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I'll be back around.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
Okay, be safe, please.
Love you.
Love you too. Coach Sexy. Coach Sexy, and where is it? Here it is. I'll post it in Twitch chat. Yeah, Seth, I would just focus on that. Biggest return on investment, mate. You're welcome. Right, so we have another replay code from Rad. This is going to be a 4.1k Widowmaker. By the way, Hydran, I'm feeling incredibly guilty. You're such a phenomenal DPS player now because I coached you, son. John gets no credit. Fragan gets 0 credit. It was literally all me. There's a couple of auto reviews that we did, man. And obviously the 1v1s against my Zen. And now look at you, you know? I feel bad. I screwed over my own team by coaching you way too well. You gave the man a Doomfist. You gave me a Widowbot too, you know? It kind of sucks, man. Like, I literally hard carried you into Contenders playoffs, and, you know, that's just the problem of being such a good coach. It's like, you just accidentally end up making everybody better, and then, you know how it is. Gas in his head? What? By the way, Widowmaker 4.1k for 1 trade. I'm having problems with winning the direct Widow 1v1. Do you have any tips on how to engage a 1v1, how to peek, etc.? Right now I'm trying to focus on not hard scoping while I'm not 100% safe, trying to look for easy shots and because I don't paying attention to you. Okay. So Widowmaker micro is not my strength, but I can give you some input on that. Like I said, I even made Hydra to be a decent Widowmaker, so obviously I have some competency. I assume that your gameplay are cooldown. Yeah. So you start on Tracer, so we'll skip the Tracer crap. You are my collector. You get killed, I assume, here by the Widowmaker. Waiting for it. Nope, you don't even get killed by the Widowmaker. You get killed by the Hog. Nated. And Widowmaker. Spilo, can we also do hammer time? Yeah, I'll probably do hammer. I'm gonna beg my brother how to pronounce Jacob Clifton. Jacob Clifton. Jacob Clifton. Clifton. I'm Scottish. A very British heritage. As you can tell, with due to my superior intelligence and masculine jawline. You're welcome. Is this an old video of mine? Probably is. Yeah, that video is pretty good. The Fight Dirty one, that's pretty good. You're welcome. You are my collection. So, basically, you're already making a mistake right now. Chat, what's the mistake right now? Like, the VOD has literally just started, and you're already making a crucial error. She calls me Jacob. She sometimes refers to me as Coach Spilo, but kind of to other people. All right, Hydran. What is the mistake here? Yachab. Why peek here when he doesn't know where it is? Yeah, he doesn't know where Widow is, so that's mistake number one. But there's a mistake that's even bigger than that. This is literally the same stinking crap. Yeah, this is the same thing that we talked about yesterday. You guys remember the Ash VOD? It's bigger than that, Hydran. It's not just that he doesn't know where the Widow is. His tanks aren't actually doing anything. The card hasn't moved, brother. There's zero risk, or there's zero reason for you to be rushing this at all. This Widowmaker is not going to show herself, if she's smart, if your tanks aren't doing anything. If your team isn't doing anything, she's not going to give away her position. You need to wait on your Hog to do something, and then you can peek. Or your Orisa to do something, and then you can peek. Your team's dead. Why are you peeking? This Widowmaker has all the advantage because she only has really one angle to check. This is like the easiest angle in the world to check. And her tanks are pressuring all the other angles. Yeah? And she gets full support. You get nothing. Yeah? To be able to win, to get away with this, you have to be significantly better mechanically than this Widowmaker. You're gonna die here. You should die here. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Look what they can do. Can a Sigma do this if you have tanks alive? Chat, can a Sigma do this if you have tanks alive? Literally shield you, and so that it's impossible for you to win the 1v1. Dude, my nose is so itchy, what the heck? No. We can't. Because he will die. If he did that, he would die. He can shield in your general direction. But he can't fully shield all the way on that peak. Like, what he would do is he would shield like this. He would shield, and he'd place his shield. Like, actually, we can go back like 2 seconds. And he'd do this. Like, maybe this. Probably not even that much. Because if he shields any further, then your Orisa, who's alive, is going to kill him. Or your Hog is going to hook him, or something like that. Right? This shield does absolutely nothing but screw you over. You can't afford to commit a cooldown all the way like that. At least, that's not a smart play. Original name, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it, brother. So, why are you peeking? You gave away your position before the fight even started, risked your life, and gave away your position. I think I already said that. Why does this work, chat? Why are you getting away with this? Not only is this a safer peek that the enemy Widow can't contest as easily, but what's actually happening? Again, this is fundamentals Overwatch. I don't care if you're Grandmaster or not. You need to know this. Tanks are doing something. Yeah, Hog is standing here looking stupid. Okay, because Hog players generally look stupid. Nice. Risky. I do not So, chat. Hydran, you remember this. Hydran, you still in chat? Thanks, Zanzibar will appreciate the gift sub, Aiden, when she's back. Hydron, why is this grapple a mistake? You remember my coaching session with you in Junkertown. What is the criteria for making a grapple shot? What are the things that you need, or that at least one you need to do before you grapple? I'm asking you, Hydron. I coached you in Junkertown, Widowmaker, on defense. I'm asking you, what two things does he need to remember when he goes for a grapple shot? What are you looking for? You need to know where the Widow is. And not even the Widowmaker. If you're going for a grapple on somebody else, you need to know where they are before you grapple. Generally, it's a lot more scary against Widow. If she knows where you are and you don't know where she is, grappling is feeding. She knows where you are, yes? You kind of knew, though. You kind of knew she was in this general vicinity, but she knew exactly where you are. She's already pre-scoped. Look at this. Is grapple a good idea here? No. So you're like, I kind of knew, though. But again, the question is, why would you go for something where you are only at a slight disadvantage? Because this is still a disadvantage. You have to have 10% better mechanics than this Widowmaker to win this fight, or be 10% more lucky. Right? Does that make sense? If you're going to grapple, do so when you know. This is why, like, you guys imagine Junkertown first attack. If you are a Widowmaker leaving spawn on Junkertown first attack and you go for a grapple shot, you are a mouth-breathing moron, because their Widowmaker literally is watching spawn door and waiting for that. And she could be left, she could be center, she could be right, she could be far right, and you have no idea where she is. Whereas the defender can grapple on any of those 4 locations and just hard scope spawn, and she'll probably catch you. If you're a defender and you know where the enemy team is, you can grapple shot. If you're an attacker and you know where the enemy team is and she doesn't know, like, you only grapple when you have information that the enemy Widow doesn't. You go for the grapple every time. Well, that's because you're a moron. That's why you're hard stack 4.5. There's nothing wrong with standing right here and killing Hog. There's nothing wrong. Look how much space that you have just cleared out by doing this. You have the entire map now. Now you can start to play more aggressively. Are all contenders players mechanic monkeys? I mean, in the case of Hydron, yes. Although in the case of Hydron, you also have to have good mechanics, which clearly is not something that he has. I mean, you just got out mechanic there. You knew that she was peeking. You didn't change your positioning at all. So what I would have probably done here is, like, this is neither good nor, well, it's not bad, but this isn't good. You need to change your position here. You're standing here, you're kind of scared. If you're going to do this, you should have peeked here, right? Why would, once you have repeatedly taken shots here, if you're going to go for the Widow duel, chat, why would you not go for the Widow duel here? Savant, right. I'm pretty sure that's the most ironic use. That's the most ironic comment in my chat yet. Why is peeking here not a good play? She expects you to be there. Exactly. She knows exactly where you are. So again, you're like, well, I knew where she is, right? Right? Did you know that she was there, Rab? Yes. Did she know you were there? Yes. So why do I still not recommend for you to take it? Chat, anybody can answer this. You are on equal footing. Why do you not take this duel? Yeah, you want the advantage. I want the advantage. I don't want to play fair. I want to cheat. Right? It's cheating for you to ignore the Widow and to kill the Hog, which you were doing earlier. Cheating. It's cheating for you to go, oh, I'm here, Widow. Crouch, 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 crouch. Bang! And you know where she is. Now, she's not adjusted her positioning either. This would be an easy kill. Yeah, exactly. You could do 70-30. Like somebody like Kevster, and really the top tier Widows, they're not even like they're mechanically obviously insane, but they're not that much better than your average like 4.5k Widowmaker in terms of like raw mechanics. Like you blob them into a Sata lobby and whatever the stupid aim game is, and they're not going to be that much better. At least most of them. They're just so much better at the chess. They're so much better at the chess. Like they know the game. They know how to play mind games and just beat you at it. They always fight. They have a mechanical advantage, and they play the game dirty. They don't give you any chances. They play dirty. And like I don't even like using it as dirty because dirty is something like that's perceived as unfair. But if you're just simply smarter than the enemy Widowmaker and you're playing within obviously the rule set of Overwatch, there's nothing wrong with this. It's like spawn camping as Zenyatta as Tracer. It's a good play. Still talking while chewing? I mean, at least I can multitask. I don't even think you can speak and think at the same time, so. This is unfortunate. What is this arc? What is this arc? Oh my gosh! We have to watch this again. I want you guys to watch this again.
You must really like
5 shots. His entire clip. Oh my gosh, that's pretty bad. Wow. Alright, so you're just kind of stuck in a crappy position. You got res there, but, you know, the echo just gets in your face. The echo, ironically, actually does work there because she just distracts you for so long. You and your team. So, okay, chat, again. We have to think chess. Why am I okay with this? Why am I okay with this? What he just did right here, why is this an okay play? Again, we have to ask yourself the question. Did game player, did Rab or whatever player have an advantage here? Was he at a disadvantage? Was he at an advantage? What's the deal? You need to clutch fast. Why do you need to clutch here? You guys are thinking way too hard. Yeah, it's 50-50, but you need to clutch. Now, it's really not 50-50 because he had damage boost, which means that he doesn't have to fully charge. And also, if you like body shot and stuff, like it's an easy fit cleanup. But you needed to clutch. You needed to go for it. You've got nothing to lose here. The fight's lost. If you were taking this duel, but the cart was like back here, I would be screaming at you. Okay, but because the cart's here, there's zero wrong with doing what you just did.
no one can.
In fact, you might actually clutch the team. Clutch the point for your team. Huge shot in that Sigma there. Should keep going. I don't know why you're not peeking.
Heroes never die.
Nice. Clutch. Right there. Great job. You just won the fight for your team. Single-handedly, basically. Nice work. But like the difference between that and what you did earlier is that like you needed to do that. You needed to take that duel. You had nothing to lose. But it repeatedly earlier, you're taking duels where you have a lot to lose and you don't need to take that duel. Okay. Chat. Why is this a good grapple? Use your brains. You guys are going to finish this VOD and you'll be able to spot out mistakes in Grandmaster Widowmakers. I guarantee you. If you're paying attention, you'll be able to coach Grandmaster Widowmakers, at least on this particular aspect of things. She didn't know where I was, and I knew where she was. Yep. You had a significant advantage in the duel, not to mention damage boost, and res available. She's screwed. How did you know? Probably calling from your team. Like, you clearly were pre-scoped in this location. You knew where she was. So, yeah. Good stuff. I mean, you can also probably predict that the Widow would come out there too, but like that was great. That was really well done. Easiest shot in the world. Even I could have made that shot. Again, like 0 risk, so might as well take a shot. Now, in this time here, you can just free fire for a little bit. Now, you know where Widow is. Okay, again. What's the strategy here? You see this? Why are we aggressively peeking this right now? Why are we aggressively peeking this right now? It's the same crap again and again and again and again and again. You know where she was. She's just shot your Widowmaker. You knew exactly where she was. Now she just popped ult here, so after this shot, you're gonna have to play really safe. Ooh, careful. So just play safe. Take a safe angle that she can't like grapple on. I would be careful of grapple. Yeah. So that's something that you have to watch out for as well, and you should know this. Is the first thing this Widow's gonna do is she doesn't have a sight line on you, and you're not like contesting her space. She's going to grapple. She's just popped sights. This is like 9 times out of 10, GM Widowmakers are gonna do this. They have sights. If you hide, they're gonna grapple aggressively, and you're standing in a location where it's very easy for her to grapple shot you. I predicted this with like the easiest prediction in the world. Right up there with, you know, Hydran being 4'3" and having a squeaky voice. Like, it doesn't take a genius to predict that. Okay? So, like, right now, very easy to predict that she's going to go for this grapple shot, and you're very lucky that she only body shot you. Drop. Wow! It's just bad positioning. It's contextually bad position because she has sights. She's just grappled aggressively, and you get a body shot, and you dance around, but she's pocketed, so she kills you with the body shot anyway. So it's like knowing what you learned. Where should you be? Chat. Where should he be? Where should he be? Yep, he should be right here. Right here. I would probably play here and then listen and have your team call out where she is. So like this is a little bit too long of a sight line. It would be very easy for her to catch you through his sights. Like she could come up to like here and get you. But if you tuck yourself in like this, she can't get you, and you could still like threaten tanks, right? Probably would have played here. Yeah, this is probably the safest location. And even if you get headshot here, you could still be rezzed. This, way more sketchy of a res. Oh, and actually, your body falls down. Nice. Revy, thanks for the fall. Okay. Now there's an EMP going on here. What level of aggression can Rab get away with here? In terms of positioning. You can get pretty aggressive here. Yeah, there's an EMP going on. Your Winston is primaling. You can go very aggressive. You're not going to get focused on. Because if they focus you down, your EMP, the EMP is going, this Kree dies, and your Winston is going to be completely free. You can get aggressive. Her sights is done too.
No one can hide.
Very unnecessary sights. That fight was clearly won. You had all the momentum plus up 1 or 2. No real point not to go for that aggressively. Like, I'm not going to nitpick you over that. You have, like, all the advantages in the world. Please kill that Widowmaker. Don't stay here, please. You guys are getting alpha'd. Risky, risky, risky. You overstay, you're welcome. This is bad. That's very bad. This is very good. Widowmaker cannot stop you from doing this, and you can kill with some Grev. Very risky. Again, this is what I'm talking about. You've taken 3 shots from here, and then you peek the Widow from the exact same location. This is the same mistake that you made from this spot right here. You guys remember that? Shoot the hog, shoot the Hulk. Ooh, boink. Right, same mistake. The only difference is that you have 18 HP. It's exact same error. You know that she knows where you are. And yet you peek this anyway. Stupid. You know that she knows, so what should you do? You should come back here. Sneak, 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 sneak. Peek here. Heck, you could even grapple across and try and go for a shot. At least that would be better than peeking here. Chad, do you see how little of this is just raw mechanics? Like, we've had one duel in this game that came down to raw mechanics. One. Out of what? 6? 1. One was a dry 50-50 that Rab needed to take. The rest were, oh, he took a stupid duel, or he didn't need to do that. I would also be throwing my Venom Mine out on these flanks as well. So, like, you should be Venom Mining one of these 4 doors. Probably this one right here. Right up here. And then you get information on when she's peeking. Maybe actually down here as well. Because, like, sometimes Widows won't actually walk out of here. But yeah, it doesn't hurt. It gives you a little bit of information. So if she walks out too far, she triggers a Venom Mine, and you get scouting information. She has to peace out. Is it a good rule for them to never pick the same angle more than 2 or 3 times? I mean, if there's something that can one-shot you, yeah. It's okay if you pick the same angle several times. If there's like Reaper May and stuff, and it's a good angle. But if there's like Widowmaker or a Hanzo or even a Zenyatta, you have to be careful. I think she might have seen you. Yeah. Yeah, she definitely saw you. You gotta be really careful about that. And the other thing too is this is something that you're telegraphing your angles too. So like, look at the situation here. I know this is nitpicky, but it's actually kind of obvious if you think about it. You peek here, this is sketch, right? Super sketch. She just saw you there, right? You grapple across, so this is a 50-50 duel. You have a slight advantage with the Mercy Beam, but still, I'm not a fan. Your tanks aren't doing anything. The entire enemy team is focusing you down. So what do? You grapple out, fine. It is the most obvious play in the world that you're going to be peeking here, right? I mean, the Ana, look what the Ana does. The Ana is not a moron. She pre-nades. She's already ready to nade before you even peek out, right? This is super telegraphed. You gotta be really careful about this. That's a good way to get slept or hooked. And also, please be careful about Venom Mining this late in the fight. It tells everybody where you are. Yeah, you just telegraphed where you are. You didn't get pocketed. I don't know how your Mercy... Is your Mercy dead? Somebody dead? But your supports were underneath. They didn't have LOS in you. Yeah. your kite path, your rotation across here was a little risky. You peeked here, telegraphing this. You were purpled. You screwed up your Venomine. And then instead of dropping to your supports, your biggest mistake might have been the fact that you didn't drop to your supports. You kept running on high ground. Where should I have peeked instead? When? From here or later on? What I would have done, as soon as you gave away your position here, I would have grappled out. I would have come back here. And then potentially you have a couple options here. So like right now, you're obviously low on grapple. So what I would have done is I would have waited. I would have gotten healed. I would have waited. Maybe peeked here and just to double check. And then I would have waited, and then peeked. You could have waited a little longer before you peeked here. Or you could have dropped, maybe pressure the tanks a little bit. Like they bought the space. Like your tanks have already given up the space. You can't really contest this early. And then you could have waited, and then potentially you could have utilized this sightline here, or you could have grappled across and looked for a sightline here. But you were too far forward for your tanks, really. Very, 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 very cautious about your peaks here. Why does Rab need to be very cautious about his peaks here, even though the enemy Widow doesn't know where she is? Why does he need to be cautious here? He doesn't know where she is. Yep, number one. But even more important than that, there's no engage. Your tanks aren't doing anything. You've got a Zarya, but your Sombra just translocated out. You've got a Winston that's still respawning. This would be a 6 versus 4 if you peeked. Be very cautious about 6 versus 4s. Shooting here, fine. Anything more deadly? Okay, and again. She saw you. Yeah, she saw you. Like right here. She saw you before you peeked. So you gave away your position on this side, which is okay because you almost killed the monkey. But then look, right here. She sees you. She knows you're there.
Just what I needed.
Widowmaker shots, Widowmaker shots. She's already pre-peeking before you even turn. Bang. So, I mean, you were not expecting her to be there quite as quickly. Like, this again was an even footing fight, if even that, but your Winston was still in spawn, which is now a Reinhardt. So, yeah. What would have been better would have been to play this angle, continue to take this angle conservatively, and don't go in aggressively until you get your tank back. Or at least be sneaky about it. Like, you could have come back here and try to peek it this way. This would have probably thrown her off a little bit. But you don't want to just stand right here, because, like, it's an easy shot. She did peek well, yeah. Like, I'm not going to get into the... I don't want to get into the micro of, like, jump peeking and all that stuff. I don't think you were ready for that, Rez.
No one can hide.
Actually huge that you killed that monkey. Anna is a moron. You should have gotten that kill. Nice, boom. Good work. Sights is over. Adjust your angle. You can get away with it. This is where, again, like, her sights just ended. This is where you can play hide and seek. You should be going in here. You should be sneaking around here, and you should be peeking from here. You're doing a really, really, really bang-up job of changing your angle. You sat here, you sat here, you sat here, you sat here, and now you're grapple shotting right in front of her. And then you re-peek even though she has Mercy Pocket and you're standing out in the open. Like, it's pretty clear that she's better in the duels than you are in terms of raw mechanics, but, like, you're not losing because you're getting consistently out-mechanic. You're losing because you're not even bothering to take an advantage. Again, why? Why? I mean, I guess, you know, it is what it is here, but, like, that was just moronic of her. Now, you had Pocket, and then she grappled up in the air. Okay. You guys could just go back to, like, you know, preschool and learn how to take Widow duels, because that was absolutely moronic. That was monkey brain taking over. Monkey duel. You're doing a really bang-up job of changing your angles. That is a really strange grapple. Nice shot. Huge sleep from your Ana. Saved your life. Nice. This is a good angle. Just shoot shield. No, you don't care about giving away your angle. You're just going to win the fight. So, to sum it up, you need to start playing mind games with the Widowmaker. If she knows where you are, I do not want you peeking her until you adjust your positioning. Yes, this is calm. Let's put it that way. If she knows where you are, I do not want you peeking her until you've adjusted your positioning. Okay? Like we can wrap up the VOD review as if she knows where you are, don't peek her until you've adjusted your positioning, even slightly. That's why crouch peeking works, because their crosshair is directly at a spot, and you peek out, but you're crouched. So it's like a minor adjustment that you force them to make. But you need to do that in a bigger level, to where it's like, okay, not only do they have to direct their crosshair a little bit differently, but they have to move their entire crosshair differently. Like, it's a much, much bigger adjustment. Do you have any questions? You're losing the mind game here. And if you watch, I guarantee you, if I watch the rest of this VOD, which I do not have time to do, I would continue to find errors like this filled through the VOD. where you're taking duels where she knows where she is, she knows where you are, or even duels, right? Widow against dive, distance, and Venomine usage. Like you want them to be very expensive and time consuming for them to access you. Okay. That's all. I have to do hammer time because I have to go soon. Long question. House Corsair, put that in Ask Spilo. Put it in Ask Spilo. Please. Yes, it applies to all ranks. We literally talked about, and the only other thing I would add is avoid taking peeks where your tanks aren't doing anything. Like even if your tanks are just like kind of shooting or being distractions and not even like hard diving, that's when you want to be taking duels. Just like we talked about with the Ashvod yesterday. There was twice, I think, you were taking active duels or pressuring way outside of your tank's LOS. Maybe 3 times, actually. Hey, thanks, Going Rome. Appreciate it. Your tanks are there to create space or to distract people. If they're not there, then you're getting suboptimal value. Tanks, Widow position, your position. Yeah, sure. It's fine.